this is part of the replacement, but it looks like you have to take this top off. Let's see. Well, let's get it out of there. And then right here, there's a little connector, and I already lifted it off camera. Sorry, but it lifts right off, and then the other one will go right in over it. And then that'll come off. Now, does that have that? Here's an interesting point. This piece is connected to that, but it looks like a metallic kind of a tape, and I don't see it there, but we'll see once it comes off. So I wonder if you have to reuse it. Let's get it off over here. That comes off. Now it's off everywhere, except for this thing right here. And this is what concerns me. Okay, this will go right in, and the whole thing seems to go back, except it looks like you got to take this thing off. Let's see if that thing comes off. Stuff to come off anyway, but there's this here thing. Does that thing just kind of like come off? And it came off in one piece. So let's see if what the story is with that. You can see how. It's got that edge. It's got that edge with like a conductor. So that does get connected. So that is a point which the videos never showed. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the new one. There's still the issue of this cover, and I think that cover comes off and you reuse it. Yeah, see, there it comes. So it comes off. You can see this piece of metal that goes over the top. Then you reuse it with your new and here is the old part. And okay, so I studied this and I'm ready for reassembly of this Galaxy Tab A, but I discovered something that was not shown on any of the videos that I saw. I saw several, and that's this little tab here, which makes a connection with this corner of the bottom here. You can see right there, right there. Anyway, it's supposed to touch there and there, make a connection with this metal piece right here on the tab, and so they don't mention it. The kit doesn't. The new one does have the place there, but it doesn't have a piece of metallic tape that comes with it. So the first thing you hope for is that there's adhesive left on this, so that it adheres to the bottom of this as you put it back in. But it requires a delicate operation of putting it so that it touches and it makes connection in the right spot so that it goes in like that. So hope you can see this. Anyway, right there. Anyway, let's see if this adheres. Can you see that? Maybe not. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Down and in there. Is this thing making a connection? No, it's not. It's not sticking to it. Now, that little tab fits under there. Now, the question is, does that go in there tight enough to make a connection? There's a couple of screws that have to go in there. That goes in. It's all popping in. Okay, it's fitting in pretty good everywhere except this little connector here, which right back in place. Right back in, nice and snug. Okay. Now the charging port itself. That in. Right, well, it's in there. The only problem seems to be that that little connector doesn't want to go in. No, it's all... Okay, now we're going back for the final put together. A couple of things to be, I've kind of done some things, and I can see why people do that in YouTube videos and these how-tos, because things take longer and you can't get it all on video because you'll be sitting there watching stuff. But some things to be careful of. I was telling you about this tab here and that it was stuck and it wouldn't stick. But it fits underneath there, so let's see if it fits under tight enough to make to touch and make the connection you need to. So I left the original tab stuck as it was onto the part that you don't have to remove from the tablet, but it's stuck to the bottom of the new charging port board. So I didn't adhere it with anything. Like I said, it lays under there, so let's see if it's tight enough to make the necessary connection. If it doesn't, I'm probably gonna have to remove it again and then make some inquiries online. But that's there, right? Um, Make sure that there's some tabs on the back of this little piece, the one that you reuse, where the actual charging port is. There's some little tabs that go into the inside of the tablet to make sure that it's holding it down. So make sure, I didn't the first time that I noticed it, and then it ensures that the board, the circuit board, the new part that you installed is far enough down. And I was, of all, I was most worried about this little connector here getting in there. But if you get it all lined up, it seems to fit in there so that you can then put enough pressure. I was worried about putting too much pressure and damage it when it wasn't completely in line, and it's so tiny that it's hard to tell when it's completely in line. So that's one thing to really watch out for, probably the most important thing in the whole job, that and this connection, but we're going to see here in a second because I have it almost all together. But once you get it in there, it does seem to fit in there, snap right in once it's lined up. So now I have one of the speakers in, and the screwdriver that I bought from them works perfectly. Because it's just holding that screw that's screwed to it perfectly. And here's the other. The other speaker. I guess that's the speaker. Let's see. To have snapped in properly. And I guess all you need to do is get the screw in there. Battery's connected up to the unit. Alright, here's the charger. Here we go. I can use this. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, you can see. And this goes in there like this. Can you see this? Boom. Do you see that? We've got some charger stuff.